am your host, Arnold Lewis, and we are back with another daily live, man. We're getting the ball rolling. We've been rocking for over 30 days now. Over 30 days, and we're almost coming to what I felt has been, or what would have been, the accomplishment of what we set out, which was to go live every single day until the end of the year. And we, so far, have almost completed that mission. What was the whole purpose of it? The whole purpose of it was to just give ourselves a challenge. Give ourselves a challenge to achieve something within ourselves, achieve something great within ourselves that we don't have to rely on anybody. Is no reward other than the sense and the feeling of accomplishment compounded in our life, because sometimes you need to have things that you are proud of, your accomplishments. That's what gives you confidence. That's how you get your self-confidence. That's how you get confidence in yourself, by doing things that no one else can give you the reward for, other than the work that you put in to achieve whatever it is that you set out for. Now I'm back in Uruguay, and as you can see, I'm drinking some ginger and lemon tea right now because I ate something terrible. I don't know what it is. So right before I left, I knew I shouldn't have ate at that time, but I got caught up in, oh, I'm about to leave America again, and let me go ahead and eat some good food, or eat some food from America before I go back to Uruguay. And I don't even know why I have that mindset, because the food here is pretty good. Like, eating here is actually pretty good. You know what I mean? Like, actually getting the food um, that I order from all the time, they actually be pretty good. So it's not like the food here is bad. It's just me caught up in an old cycle of eating here, and oh, I gotta get this, da 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 da. And I went to Waffle House and I got like a chicken sandwich or something, and it was absolutely disgusting. I think I went live on TikTok while I had, and then you could see me actually spitting the food out because it was so disgusting. It was like it wasn't even done. And that was around like 1 o'clock in the morning. After that, I took my first flight around like 6:50 because it was delayed, which is actually a good thing that my flight was delayed to Panama, because my layover would have been like 4 hours. But it wasn't. It wasn't. It was probably like an hour and a half, which is cool. But when I got to Panama, it's like 10:30 in the morning. What do I get? I get some Popeyes. You know why I get Popeyes? Because every time I go to that airport, I always go to the Popeyes, and I always eat the Popeyes. What's happening, bro? And you know what that did? That either the either the food from last night or the food now messed me up bad. You hear me? I had a 7 hour flight from Panama to Uruguay, and I was feeling terrible. When I say terrible, I mean I was feeling terrible. I didn't eat no food. You know it's bad. You know it's bad when you're on a flight or you're taking a long trip and you don't even put no music on. I had three phone. I had like my laptop. I had my phone I just bought. I had my other phone, and I didn't use any of them. I didn't listen to no music. I didn't do nothing for at least 6.5 hours of the flight. I didn't eat no food. I didn't eat no snacks. I was just freezing on the airplane because whatever I ate got me sick. Felt like throwing up. Couldn't go. Didn't throw up. Felt like going to the bathroom. Didn't go to the bathroom. Whatever. So the most important thing is I made it, and I'm still feeling it, but I feel a lot better today. But just take some time. I haven't ate anything today, letting my stomach and everything process because I just got back. Appreciate the likes. Just trying to get back in the process. We had our first practice. Well, I had the first practice today, but I didn't practice obviously because I just wasn't feeling well at all. Like, I wasn't feeling well at all. Now tomorrow I will be practicing. I don't care because I need to get back into shape. I need to get back into just basketball. I had my break going back home. I saw the family. I did I seen everybody. I got my treatment. I got everything that I needed. Now it's back to the grind. It's back to the grind. It's back to, locking in. And we're coming up on the end of the year. Now it's time to lock in more than ever. Everything will just seem to find its way to move out the way when you're ultimately locked in. Things will just start to line up in your favor. Everything will start to line up in your favor. And I appreciate y'all tuning in, Leonardo, Sabrina, Marlo, everybody that's tuning in, taking your time to be here. But things will all ultimately line up to be in your favor. And you never get to see it how you think you see it, because you will only see it right in front of you. It's right in front of you, so you can't really pay attention. You don't think that things are happening for you because you can only see the moment and not understand the bigger picture. And we started a series. I started this series based off of our wealth building journey. We're gonna get into our wealth building journey, and I think this is a very, very important part to understand. This is a very important part to understand. You will, hello there, not all. You will go through things that will ultimately set you back, but more set you back mentally than it will financially or physically, I would say. You're just going to go through things in your wealth journey. And I want to state my personal journey, because that's the whole, I'm showing you me build my company to 100K. I'm showing you how I build it to my first 200K. I'm going to show you how I build it to my first million. But along this journey right now, you will hit moments where it will seem like every single thing that can go wrong will go wrong. All the work that you built up towards something can come just like that, be knocked off. You could be saving up, say you could be saving up for something for like months, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 months, a year, and in 1 month, in 1 week, it all can be taken from you. It all can be reset like that. That's just how it is. And it's not unfortunate, but it's just the way it is. And I learned that I remember I took a course on Myron Golden, guy that I study. He's a business coach, a guy that I study from a lot. And I was listening to one of his audio tapes, and he was saying that said thing. He was saying that said thing, like you will be going and you'll be on your journey and you'll be working and you'll be doing great, and then something's going to happen and you're going to have to start over. Something's going to happen, it's going to knock you off. That's just the way it is. He's like, he was a millionaire, then went back to being broke, then becoming a millionaire again. So all the ups and downs is what it is. Hola Nanu, I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what Papu is, but how you doing? But that's just the way the wealth journey is. Just it's going to be filled with a lot of ups and downs, but you have to navigate through it all. And as I was talking to my best friend, Big Deuce, we was having. He always liked to give me movie reference. He loves to give me movie reference, and there's two things that we were talking about. One reference. This is not a movie, but we were talking about the streamer Ashton Hall. I don't know if y'all remember Ashton Hall. He kind of fell off. Ashton Hall. It was something about him that just rubbed me the wrong way. And this ain't no shot to him. This ain't no shot to nobody else. But sometimes I could say in this point of my life, I've been able to read energy very well. And I don't care if that's like through a screen. I don't care if that's especially in person. But at the end of the day, you could just feel and read energy. And just something about what his energy portrayed didn't seem right. You know what I mean? It didn't seem right. And it comes to find out he was sitting here promoting all these things to people and basically lying to people. He was like, I work out and I do all this and all this is natural and this and that and the third. And come to find out, he was taking drugs or steroids to get extra fit and extra lean. And it's just like, bro, you're promoting one thing just to get money and using people just because you benefiting off of it because you're preying on the hopes of other people that they can somehow reach this journey where you reach this physique that you have, but you're not doing it truthfully. You're lying intentionally just so people can get you to like pay for you or whatever, buy your service or subscribe to you. And at the end of the day, it all backfired. At the end of the day, it all backfired. You know why? Because your intentions wasn't right. Your motives wasn't right. And in your wealth journey, you have to always remember to stay true to your motives, stay true to yourself, stay true to everything that you have set out for yourself, and do not subject yourself to anything that will take you from your journey of building wealth, of playing basketball, of whatever it is that you have your mind set out to. Do not fall to the temptation of the flaws of life that seems like a shortcut. Don't work all this time, work all the way up to give it away for nothing. Don't work so hard and do yourself like that. Don't work so hard to obtain something and in the last end have it snatched away from you because you're lying and you're unreal about what you're saying. Like I'm on here telling you guys about ups and downs of what it takes to be a professional basketball player, ups and downs of what it takes to build wealth, just being true. And I'm documenting every step of the way so that my ethics and who I am will stand true to everybody that tunes in, watches, listens, because at the end of the day, what will take you far in this life is how real and authentic you are to yourself. And if you aren't real and authentic to yourself, whether that be in playing basketball, trying to be you instead of trying to be what everybody else say that you should be, working on what you believe that you should work on, when you're building wealth and you know that what you should be saving, when you got to ignore parties, when you have to ignore buying certain things, when you have to manage your bread the right way, manage your money the right way, it all depends on you. And it depends on if you're going to be, in all sense of the word, is you going to be, are you going to keep your word that you got to yourself at the end of the day? Because it's the only thing that's either going to make you or break you is the words that you keep to yourself. Right now, in my wealth journey, right now, my options account is depleted. I got about $100 in there. All my funded accounts blown. It's like all the things that I worked up towards in the end of the year is just like that. Options account was up to like 12,000 down to like $100 from lost trades, from having to pay off things that I had to sell at a loss. A lot of it is selling at a loss. Um, pretty much, pretty much gambling because I decided I wanted to try to make a quick lick. So I am chasing plays and chasing things and taking unnecessary L's just because I'm trying to trade from a place of lack, a place of I need it. I need it right now because I got to do this, and that. And now I'm taking L's because I'm trying to force my way to get where I'm at. I'm trying to force my way into being where I'm at in my financials instead of just building it piece by piece, because first I had, first was, and you know what? Now that I'm speaking to you guys, I found out, I just realized the pattern. I'll start trading, I'll start hitting for a lick, start winning, boom, get careless, lose it all. Lost like 10, 15,000 one time. Made it all back and like dang near doubled it. Found a new strategy, learned my own strategy, got on the charts, came up with a strategy. Trading was booming. I learned enough to get me by. I learned enough to like over the summer I didn't have to work. I don't do nothing. I just trade and train. Trade and train. Trade and train. That's all I did. Trade and train. And that for 3 months, 4 months, 3 months, I was just, everything taken care of. Because I was trading, training, and I was still able to invest into my stocks, invest into my, what I had going on. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, you gotta stay true to yourself. Because I kind of just lost a little. I lost my point of why I was trading. Oh, okay. The whole point is you're gonna get hit with ups and downs. Every time I do good and I start winning, I get punched in the face because I get overconfident or I just have my lack of awareness of where I'm at. Maybe it's overconfidence. Honestly, there is no really overconfidence. It's just a lot of ego. If you can't control the ego, there's a great book called Ego is the Enemy. If you can't control your ego will destroy you. And what will destroy you most in your ego is not knowing that you have one. The biggest, what will destroy you more than your ego is not knowing that you will have one. What will destroy you more than your ego is not knowing you have one. Now that's a bar. That just came to me. That just came to me. Because it's so true. If I cannot justify or if I cannot pinpoint the flaws in myself based on the decisions I make, based on the ego I have. There's certain things about you that you don't even realize that you do or say or have about yourself unless you take the time to understand yourself, understand your patterns, understand your habits. There's a lot of habits that you have that you don't even realize that you do. There's a lot of patterns that you have that you don't even realize that are keeping you back, and you be like, why am I keep doing the same thing? Why does this keep happening? I thought I was past this. I thought I had figured it out. There's gonna be times in your journey, whether in basketball, whether when you're building wealth, when you're building building your accounts, that you be like, dang, I thought I reached this point where I didn't have to go in there and take some money out, where I didn't have to sell this at a loss like that, where I thought I wasn't gonna cut early. Whew. Cutting early is definitely a bad flaw I got. Cutting early. There's a time to cut and there's a time to hold. There's a time to cut and there's a time to hold. But it's all a part. Even though all that happened, it's like you still have, there's something that you can't take away, and it's just you learn it along the way. And it's like the information I have that can never be taken away. Because if I've done that, I can definitely do more because now I have more information. More information in my database, in my head. I don't have to go seek it out for no one. It's what I put my work in and what I strategized and what I studied and what I dedicated to. So you got to understand that even when you're going through what you're going through, as far as what you're building or what you're trying to get to in training or get to in your basketball career or get to in your building wealth career, whatever that is, you know, you have to keep stacking even when you can't see the days happening for you. You never start from zero. You're never starting from zero because you've acquired the information. You're not starting from zero. You have so much more than you realize. But the whole point is you can't. When you get to those point where it sucks and it feels like God dang it, I can't do it anymore. Man, I just cannot do it anymore. When you get to that point, that's when you got to keep going even more. That's when you got to keep going even more. That's when you got to keep going even more. Man, that's all I got for this video. I'm finna go rest, try to get something to eat. Still got a few more errands. I'm tired. I'm hungry. But it don't matter. We keep going. We keep going. That's all I got for this video, man. Remember, greatness is a habit, not a right. I'll see you guys tomorrow.